Hi, Northtown. Welcome to enrollment for school year 21-22. I know we can hardly wait to get out of 2020, right? So we're going to go through some slides showing you your course options and some other important things to your future. So if you could just give us your attention for the next 20 minutes or so, we promise it will be painless.
All right, so you may be wondering who your counselor is. Ms. Copus is counselor for students with last names A through G. Ms. Olvera is last names H through O. Ms. Deister, last names P through Z. And myself, Ms. Washington, I am the IB counselor. So that is the person that you will be enrolling with, and you would reach out to if you have any questions about enrollment for the next school year.
Okay, guys, typically we have passed out a big fat paper copy of the CPEG, the Career Planning and Education Guide, but we're trying to be greener and go fully online. So the link to the CPEG is found in this presentation that we'll post on our site. But of course, it's very easy to just Google it too, North Kansas City CPEG, C-P-E-G. And you can find every single thing we are talking about right there in an easy, user-friendly format. Thank you, Mr. McKenzie and the computer science kids for compiling all of this in that format. They did an awesome job.
All right, important information to know. To graduate, every student must complete EOC exams in certain subjects. You must also pass the U.S. and Missouri Constitution test, meet all required graduation requirements, and obviously those differ depending on your diploma option, which we'll talk about here in just a minute. Also, you have to meet any obligations, financial obligations that you have. All seniors must take one of the following: the ASVAB, the ACT, SAT, or work keys. So more information will be given to you about that. Complete CPR training, and then lastly, the 20 hours of community service that's required. For IB students, I just want to note that your CAST project and your service learning project, whether you're a DP or CP student, will count for your community service hours, so you don't have to do an additional 20.
Okay, guys, so diploma option number 1 is our standard diploma, the College and Career Readiness Diploma. You need 26 total credits. All diplomas require 26 total credits, by the way. 4 of English, 4 of math, 3 science, 3 social studies, and then I will not read all of those to you. You can see them on the screen, but you will have to meet all requirements on your screen. Note that there is no modern language requirement for this standard diploma, but we do strongly advise modern language to be prepared for college and, quite frankly, as a global citizen. So Gold Medallion is our honors diploma. All of the same requirements apply with the addition of modern language. It is required for our Gold Medallion Honors Diploma, and AP Seminar, which is a research-based course in which you will engage in a research project and paper, that is required for the Gold Medallion Diploma. There are a few other additional requirements, including a GPA requirement, a standardized test score requirement, and the 100 hours of internship / tutoring. Mr. Myers is our SAGE coordinator and also our Gold Medallion liaison, if you will, and he would be happy to answer any questions you have about Gold Medallion, or of course reach out to your counselor and we can help you out if you have questions as well. AP Capstone, another higher level challenging diploma that's sanctioned by the College Board, which facilitates all AP courses, advanced placement courses. In this diploma, you have to take 6 total AP courses, including AP Seminar in your junior year, which I mentioned in the previous slide, and then AP Research in your senior year. There are also score requirements on the AP exams at the end of the course in each of those classes. Okay, so it's AP Seminar, AP Research, plus 4 other AP courses. There is no modern language requirement, although it is, again, strongly suggested for college readiness.
Okay, the next couple of slides are specific to IBDP and IBCP students. Specifically, current freshmen going into sophomore year. So I just want to note for those of you who are pursuing IB, DP, or CP and are going to be juniors next year, I'll do a whole separate presentation. It's probably about 20 minutes on its own. So I'm going to send that out to you specifically. So again, this only applies for IB, DP, and CP ninth graders going to be 10th graders next school year. So for DP students, basically what you're going to enroll in for next year, what's required of you is all of your core classes at the pre-IB level. So your English, your modern language, whichever that is, Spanish or French, your U.S. history, chemistry, and then your math class. One thing to note is that IB-DP students have to complete Algebra 1, pre-IB geometry, and pre-IB Algebra 2 by the end of sophomore year. So if you are a DP ninth grader who's in Algebra 1, just know that you have to complete either honors geometry over the summer or double up in your honors pre-IB geometry and pre-IB Algebra 2 as a sophomore. So that will take 2 of your course selection spots. For IB-CP students going into sophomore year, I'll tell you what's required of you. So you have to have at least 3 pre-IB classes and your next career-related course. Okay, so the only required pre-IB class for you is ELA 2. So that is something that will count as one of your 3. The other 2 pre-IB classes can be your modern language class, your history class, chemistry, or your math. And then obviously your career-related study courses. So there is a sequence there. If you have questions about that, you all should have a copy of that sequence. But if you have questions about the next course for you, I'd be happy to answer those questions. And just a little note, IB-CP students are not required to test in IB Math, so you don't have to meet the requirement of Algebra 2 by the end of sophomore year, but you're more than welcome to if you want to advance in math. You're more than welcome to sign up for the summer pre-IB geometry course.
Okay, so credit recovery. Hopefully this doesn't apply to many of you, but if you have failed a required course, you will need credit recovery in some form. So that could be summer school, or that could be a credit recovery option in the school year. So that's something that you should keep tabs on, guys, and definitely work with your counselor on to ensure that you have all of your graduation requirements.
All right, preparing for college. So weighted classes definitely help boost your class rank. So what we report to colleges is your distinguished points class rank, which takes into account all of your honors classes, which are pre-IB at Northtown, advanced placement classes, dual credit, or IB classes. So when you are developing your plan for next year, definitely be thinking about preparing yourself for your next steps. And if post-secondary college is your option, then you definitely want to take advantage of any sort of challenge classes that we offer at Northtown. And one thing I do want to point out to you, we have some IB courses that are open to all students. So if you are going to be a junior or senior and you're not pursuing IB-DP or IB-CP, you still have the option to enroll in the classes listed at the bottom there.
The A+ program. So the A+ program is a program that the state of Missouri sanctions that will pay for 2 years of community college or a pretty significant scholarship at some 4-year schools if you meet the requirements listed on the screen, which are pretty easy to meet, you guys. If you have good attendance at school and decent grades, you will meet A+ requirements. Traditionally, there are 50 hours of tutoring also required, so that would be the kind of above and beyond measure that you would have to take if you are a good student. So I would encourage everyone to sign up for A+, and plan on completing this just to have as kind of an insurance policy, just in case. You never know. You shouldn't pass on free money for college. So if you'd like to sign up, come down to the main office. Miss Holst, who you will see immediately when you walk in, will help you out.
NCAA academic eligibility. So this is something also that is included in the CPEG online. But it is your responsibility to double check that you are completing required courses needed for NCAA eligibility. So always consult your coach and Mr. Garrison, our wonderful activities director. And just keep in mind that all athletes need 7 of 8 graded courses to be eligible for participation. So what that means is you cannot have more than one study hall because the study hall is a non-credit, non-graded course. So as you are completing your enrollment, if you are going to participate in any MSHA-related activity, you have to have 7 of 8 graded courses.
Okay, guys, we'll dig into all of our different subject areas. First up is English. You will need English every single year. Okay, so if you are a freshman, ELA2 or pre-IB, ELA2 will be your option. And then if you're going to be a junior or senior, you can see you have quite a few options. So definitely reach out and ask your counselor and or your English teacher about what your next best English course is. And then, of course, we have some elective options in the English department as well.
So math is on here. You need 4 credits of math to graduate. One thing that I will say is your math teacher, your current math teacher this year, will be putting in recommendations and having conversations with you about what your next math course should be. So as you are doing that, keep in mind that your math teacher will be putting in this recommendation, so take that conversation seriously.
Okay, guys, science. So as you know, in 9th and 10th grade, science is prescribed for you, okay, biology and chemistry. But we are excited to have 2 new science offerings, including exercise science and environmental science, especially applicable for those of you not interested in a healthcare profession or life sciences. And then we have the IB environmental science if you're looking for an advanced version with potential college credit. And we, of course, have our PLTW options, starting with principles of biomedical science as well. If you are going to be a senior, you will still need to complete physics, so don't forget that obligation as well.
Okay, social studies credits. You are required to have 3 social studies credits to graduate. So your 9th grade credit will be World History or AP World History or AP Human Geography. Your 10th grade course is going to be U.S. History, whether that's regular U.S. History or pre-IB U.S. History. And then your 3rd credit has to be either American citizenship, AP government, or for IB students, IB history, whether that's SL or HL. And then we also have quite a few electives within the social studies department listed there. And I won't read through that because you all can read that. Go on to modern language.
Okay, for modern language, we have French, Spanish, and German offerings. Of course, we have the on-level regular French, Spanish, German, and we have the pre-IB honors level for all of the languages. Remember, not required, but strongly, strongly recommended to take at least 2 credits of the same language.
Fine arts. So 1 credit of fine art is required for all diploma options. Instrumental music, vocal music, and theater all count as fine art credits, and those are all separated in the CPEG. One thing to highlight, please be mindful of prerequisites and or auditions for fine art courses. I know our lovely fine arts teachers are very willing to work with you and are flexible, so if you have questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to them.
Okay, PE and health. You need 1 credit of PE for sure for all of our diplomas, and then half credit or a semester of health. These are good summer school options to consider as well.
Same thing for personal finance. So it's a good summer school option. It is a required semester credit that you have to have before graduation. And it's the class that focuses on managing money and learning about investments, insurance, taxes, all of that good adult stuff. Something that I wish I could probably go back and take in high school again. So that is required, good summer option for a course.
Okay, we have a lot of offerings in practical arts. You only need 1 credit of practical art, but most of you will end up with more than that. Our first subject area is business and marketing. So we have several courses including business law, accounting, accounting 2, marketing principles, advanced marketing, which did not make the slide, but we will add that. Entrepreneurship, sports marketing, both 1 and 2. So definitely consider taking a business course. Business has been the #1 college major in the U.S. for many years running for good reason. You will find a good job with a business degree, you guys, so consider something in business.
Also under practical arts is computer science. And we are lucky to have the Project Lead the Way sequence for computer science, the intro level class, the computer science essentials, and then beyond that, the sequence is CSP, computer science principles, computer science applications, and then cybersecurity. So if you want to start in that and you have not taken a computer science course yet, you would start with computer science essentials.
All right, family and consumer science, or FACS. So we have quite a few introductory courses, including Foods for Life, Fashion and Interiors, Child Development 1, Self-Development 1, and Introduction to Teaching. So if any of those areas are of interest to you, I would consider taking one of the intro courses. You'll get to know the teachers, and they can help you get on a path because all of those courses have multiple classes thereafter, okay? And they're also good for just practical matters, but for potential career as well.
Okay, also under practical arts is engineering and industrial tech. So that would include our intro courses of woodworking 1 and then our intro engineering class, intro to engineering design. There are also advanced courses. Obviously, you can continue in woodworking. We don't have that on there, but there's Woods 2, Woods 3, Woods 4. But we also have the Project Lead the Way sequence for engineering. So principles of engineering would be next after intro. Then civil engineering and architecture or digital electronics. And lastly, there is a capstone course for engineering, and that is called Engineering Design and Development. So that is a sequence that you could complete.
Okay, we also have a journalism department, a very robust journalism department with a state-of-the-art broadcast studio now in our new building. So consider that if that's of interest to you guys, taking an introductory journalism course and seeing if that's something that piques your interest. Ms. Dollinger is a good resource if you have any questions about journalism.
AVID stands for Advancement via Individual Determination. And AVID is a program that we offer in our district middle schools, but we also offer each year of high school. And it's a program for college-bound students seeking to learn a lot of those really strong skills, time management, study skills, goal setting, all of those things. It's a great program, but it is something that you have to apply for and interview and be accepted. So if you are not currently in AVID, but you are interested in potentially signing up for that, make sure to reach out to your counselor who can direct you to the AVID coordinator.
Okay, guys, we're very fortunate at North Kansas City to have so many off-campus programs. So all of the classes that we mentioned are awesome, but we also have some programs that can get you out into the professional world to kind of practice some of the skills that you're learning in class. And we have representatives from all of our off-campus programs here to discuss them at length. So I will go through them very quickly here so that you can hear their presentation and ask them questions directly. The first one is CTEC, the Career and Technical Education Center here, part of North Kansas City Schools. So if you're interested in repairing cars, maybe doing some auto body work on cars, you could go to Auto Tech. We have a bus, of course, that will take you there, and it's a very short little drive right near our district office, just a short distance away. Technical English and math are embedded into the curriculum at CTEC as well, so that's a little added bonus. The Northland Career Center has myriad programs, as you can see, anything from construction technology to early childhood and culinary arts, HVAC, welding, a lot of different options. So I will let Mr. Webster speak to those. There's, of course, an application process. There's a link to their website embedded here, but Mr. Webster is a great resource for the NCC. The Business Tech Center has a lot of options as well, a little bit closer than Platte City. You can see all of the options at CTEC, and Mr. Dalton will be here to talk about those, so I will let him speak to those. We have an early college academy as well. This is an excellent program, you guys, to get college credits while in high school. So if you're willing to take your core courses at the community college level, you can do that. You can spend half of your day at MCC Maplewoods. Again, we have a bus, and North Kansas City will pay tuition for your community college courses, so you could leave high school with about 2 years of college under your belt. So this is a great financial deal as well, something to talk about with your parents if you're willing to take on the challenge. NCAPS. So this is like a pre-professional program, kind of like an internship while in high school. So if you're interested in any of the strands in NCAPS, like digital media and design, engineering and manufacturing, business, medicine and healthcare, and technology, if any of those appeal to you, you might want to consider NCAPS so that you can get kind of a leg up in your field. Because really, guys, as you pursue a professional career, you'll find out that networking and getting to know people are a key component to being successful as an adult. And I think NCAPS does a great job at helping young people with that.
All right, we told you about 20 minutes, and we're right about 21 minutes, so we're going to wrap this up. Some final comments. So you will need to fill out your enrollment form for next year with your classes that you want to take. Use the online CPEG. The website's listed there to look at any courses. If you had questions, I know we went through a lot of the slides quickly, but that is a resource for you to go back and look through on your own time. If you're an athlete, make sure you request your PE class you need now. So same thing with AVID. If you're an AVID and you want that next year, request it. It is hard to, because we build the schedule based off of your course requests, it's hard to go back and change those things later. We will continue to meet with you through your courses. So for current 9th graders, we're going to meet with you in your world history classes to have your courses put into PowerSchool. If you're a current 10th grader, we're going to meet with you in your chemistry class. And if you're a current 11th grader, we will see you in your ELA classes. Virtual students who are watching this should fill out the electronic PDF course enrollment sheet. And counselors will be available to meet with you in person on Wednesdays if you'd like to come into the building, or we would like to set up team meetings with you if that works as well. So please reach out if you have any questions and use that online CPEG to see all the course offerings that we have. Thanks, Northtown.